At Jeffreys Bay, South Africa, out of Hawaii, Bettylou Sakura Johnson taking on Isabella Nichols from Australia.
But one thing we know about surfing, Paul, swell, everything, there's never 100% prediction.
Here's Bella dealing with a whitewater section, patient, and she just poised and coiled, and then she'll get to unleash. And the power from her, one of the reasons you feel she's a really good match for conditions exactly like this. She'll cruise through, just a touch sticky. She'll wait for things to set up for her. A little bit of morning sunshine illuminating this section, and it will look dreamy from where she is. She'll particularly be looking to go high and critical on the waves, exactly what Picklum was able to do.
Bella being pretty smooth on this one, had to be patient through this. And then what I was looking for Isabella Nichols was really that power gaff that she's got right there. But this wave gave her a little bit of problems. You can see with some of the chatter, she has to restrain her turns just a little bit, not able to put everything in it. She had to nurse that top turn, knowing it's going to get steep on the inside. And I feel just searching for a nice finish, but she's not really going to get that on this wave, and decides to just call for the jet ski and get a ride back out.
Kind of flowing through, but didn't really have a moment of attack necessarily. Meanwhile, Sakura, a smaller wave, but it's tighter, and she'll glide off the bottom and then snap out. So a bit of vigor into that maneuver, but anytime you push hard and you put yourself back.
She's used to this big open water power, so looking to see her kind of tap into that knowledge here. Starts off with a swoop on that one. Kind of felt like she cut it a little bit short here, trying to get down the line on those first two turns. Here she goes, there's the speed. We've talked about having to manage it through the waves here to really just get those A to B perfect rides. And then here she really lays into that one, brings it back to the power source, but maybe just this being a bit of a feeler wave for Bettylou. I feel like she got a lot more in the tank than what we've seen on this one, but she's really just showing that she's got that power and she's not scared of the energy out here.
Yeah, I think the big chip-ins, and I just wanted to like sit off there, and also I guess my main moments are the two waves that I caught. I literally stood up twice, and they were epic waves for me to just kind of do my surfing and yeah, get the completion, and I'm pretty happy that they got scored.
Stickiest of the icky for Yago Dora, and he has been unbelievable throughout this event. Right now we're watching Sakura building up speed here. Couple of mid-range numbers in for her. Nothing to get carried away on thus far. Good momentum here. Nice snap. Gives it loads. Tons of spray, and then clawing to get back. Does well to get there, actually. Once you get caught behind here, you're not necessarily been able to come around again, but she does that. Does it real well. And just setting up with a crisp hit with all that speed. And a strong finish as well, crucially. Important for her, really, just to kind of tie up that wave and get that finish.
Search and destroy. She searched through that wave and destroyed at the end. Smaller wave here for Sakura. She gets a nice snap down the line here, but this exchange should go in the way of Isabella Nichols. I like the snap, though. That was some aggression right there. And then just kind of... It's tough. You know, I think that second wave of the set or third wave of the set was a little bit smoother for Isabella Nichols compared to Sakura Johnson that we're seeing here on the replay.
Yeah, definitely. But she did well with that second turn. I liked it as well. A lot of spray, a lot of commitment in that. Came through that inside and attacked a big set.
The Red Bull jet ski's got to search for her amongst the sea of heads right there. It's just, I'm serious.
Here goes Bella. Good looking section for her. And her turn puts her in a sweet spot to set up and gather. And that patience, that she'll go low line with a ton of speed and then wrap high, but not overly commit, always thinking about the next section. So cruising and joining things up pretty nicely. This is a steeper part of the wave, and that is a legit hit on a really steep section. So Nichols waiting for the end of the wave to really tee off on it, and does it well.
Behind every single person, especially when there's big turns. So she would have heard the screams from the crowd and knew she had to go big on this wave. Really waited and then found this really nice drawn out line there from Bella. Came round again. Clean wall here too. A couple of ridges to play around with as well. She really had to manage that here, and then just holding that bottom turn that little bit extra longer is giving her the speed and the drive up to really just keep kicking through these turns. And then big one through this inside here. Boom, unleashes under the lip there for Bella, and she liked the feeling of it too. She's not scared to hit those big end sections.
Picking up live action, Sakura using priority. This one stretched out in front of her. Nice pace to the opening sections from her. And set up work, a little chatter, she'll do well. To just flow through, and then still she's gone so far down the line on this wave. Thought about maybe trying to pull in. And then a beautiful finishing turn for her, going right up, lay back underneath the lip. A really technical maneuver at speed.
Yeah, Bettylou just raw power on this one. Picked a wave with a really nice pace to it as well. Looked like it came through a little bit wider, so we saw some more open face here. High line, stayed high, generated some speed to come through and just keep drawing these beautiful lines that we've seen all through this heat. Again, just unleashing. I feel like she's really showcased that she has this power when the ocean gets a little bit unruly and big, wants to pull in down the line there. But this one just hits this inside there, and Bettylou just really goes, I'm going to make the most of this opportunity here. So 638 is nothing.
Well, the scale goes up to 10, so I think that she can definitely do it. It's just going to have to be a really good wave, and this looks like a good one, Paul.
Here we go. Bella, beautiful opening section, and lays in straight away from takeoff. A little section, little tumble. And you can see here, she is eyeing a lip line, and she'll get up there and then just streaking down the line.
Wow.
Huge section, big jeopardy in that turn. The crowd absolutely love high-risk surfing it. Look at this wall stretch out, and a brilliant finishing turn from Bella Nichols. What a moment.
That was it. That was it.
These big single turns on her other waves. We just wanted to see a couple of them put together. Well, she delivered on this one. I mean, really great rip through this first turn. And this is where I was kind of like, go, get the speed, get around the section. We know how hard it is if you get stuck behind. Got around it with style. This is a moment where we see her on the tippy toes here. Big section, unleashes those fins. She has to stomp on that back foot as she's free falling in the air. Comes around, manages her speed beautifully through this section. Big carve down in what is an excellent ride there from start to finish for Isabella Nichols.
It's got to be excellent. Take a look at this again from above. The high-risk maneuver. It was a great, beautiful wave that kept on growing down the line. It maintained its steepness, but just that tippy-toe moment and a beautiful finish. That feels to me that it has to go excellent, Paul.
What a significant moment, not only in the context of this event. Wow.
Just air under the entire board, reconnects, and then the wherewithal to get back on rail, and this finish a little bit early, but smart.
Yeah, you can see she's on a DHD DNA as well, which is mixed model.
You know, a little bit more of a heavy foot, and it paid off.
Physical and mental strength on display from Bella Nichols there, and she'll go to semis with an excellent number in her scoreline as well. All sorts of connotations for Final 5.